you for coming. This is my presentation for the work placement that I'll be doing just before summer. To start with, this is just a quick run through. I'm just going to go through my initial ideas, then my chosen placement, then an overview of the sector. So, the first idea that I had was to take an administration role at Mile Primary School. Doing that would allow me to get develop an understanding of how officers function and the tasks that they do within businesses. The second was to help within classrooms at the same primary school. I did this before at high school, and it helped me develop my communication skills, talk to parents and teachers, stuff like that. And then the final one would be, again, volunteer in administration at a local business like Footaba Tenneco up in Paddington. I went there with college, and they always look for people to volunteer on apprenticeships. So, the placement that I chose it because since I don't have any previous experience in a job, I wanted something that I'd be able to do but learn a lot from it. So I chose to take the role, an administration role, in Mile Primary School. So I chose it because essentially schools are businesses now, so I'll be able to learn a lot from it, develop skills. I chose this one over going to Footaba Tenneco because I feel that going to Mile Primary School it'd be a much more comfortable environment for a first time position. So if I went to an actual business, it's a lot more demanding. They need the stuff done exactly how they need it, but at school it's a bit more lenient because it's on a lot smaller scale. During the role, I'd be undertaking just simple tasks because it's only volunteer job, so I'd just be doing like typing documents, sorting spreadsheets out. By doing this, I'll be able to utilise my IT skills from college as well. Also, while working in an administration role, I'll be able to enhance skills such as dealing with customers, providing problem solving, multitasking and working to a deadline. In order to gather more information about the role, I'll be visiting the school and talking to the people who work in the office and shadowing them and having a look around so I know exactly what I'll be doing. The problems that I might encounter during the volunteer work could be becoming overwhelmed by the work because I've never held a position before, and poor time management. To overcome these, if I become overwhelmed by the work, I'll ask for help. It's the easiest way to get out of the situation that I'll be in. And for time management isn't good at the moment. So if my time management becomes a problem, I create a plan and plan everything that I'm going to be doing. So this is going to be an overview of the sector. According to CFA Business Skills, business administration provides business support services, systems and resources that enable the organisation to set and achieve its strategic objectives but continuously improve its performance for customers, both internal and external, with an ethical, legal and regulatory framework. That's from CFA Business Skills, which is where I've got the rest of the information from about the business administration sector. The term business administration refers to occupations where you will be administrating within the company. Business administration skills classes plan sector because they're required in every different sector. So if you're in one industry, you're going to need to be administrators. You need them everywhere. In total, there are 3.253 million people working in the administration sector. That's a total of 11% of the entire UK population. Out of the entire UK, London has the highest amount with 450,000 administrators. This is because London has a lot of HQs, so it's where most of the main work's done, so they have to have administrators. London's close followed by South East with just under 450,000. Separating the 3.253 million employees into the countries with different percentages, England has the highest with 84%, Scotland has 8%, Wales has 4%, and Northern Ireland has 3%. Administration workers are one of the least likely, it's the least likely occupational group to be self-employed. This is because it's more difficult to be self-employed admin work, because if a business administration worker is absent, they're going to get somebody to cover it rather than hiring an outsider to come in. They have to learn everything. So if they're within the company, they already know how it works, how it functions, so they won't have to learn a lot. Due to this, only 4% of admin workers are self-employed, which is compared to an average of 14% across all other occupations. Over 35% of administration secretarial jobs are part-time. This is a lot higher than the average of 27% within other occupational groups. Also, the administration sector is primarily populated by women. It's 70% in total, compared to 23% male. So the training qualifications that are required for to be an administrator, the majority of employees have a level 2 qualification, which is basically GCSEs, which grade A star to C. 24% have a level 4 or above qualification, which is the level we're working at now, and finally 5% of them don't have any qualifications at all. Well, the majority of admin workers are they're trained through apprenticeship programs, so companies can take them on, train them how they want them to be, so they'll work exactly how they want them to do. So this is just that's just to show what the abbreviations mean. Hard to fill vacancies is the smallest group of all occupational groups, which is just at 13%. And the administration secretarial group is the smallest quantity of skill shortage vacancies at 10%. Skill gaps. The highest skill gaps within the administration sector are technical and practical skills. 62% of all administrators state that their skill gap is that. Office administration 52%, customer handling 51%, problem solving 49%, and basic IT skills are nearly half the people struggle with. Finally, just to state, people in administration secretarial occupations are an average of £10.32%, which is around 81% of the average earnings, which is £12.67. Do you have any questions?
Okay, thank you. So your final choice is to go to the school.
My final choice is to be an administration role.
So what's your plan coming up to summer?
Since it's at the school, I'll have to go before summer, and since this finishes in May, I need to go and finalise it, and I'll hopefully be in before summer because primary schools finish at summer.
So how are you going to approach them? Do you already have a link in there? Or?
Yeah, I know all the stuff, so I'll just go to the office and have a chat with them, and then I'll be able to go in. I've already talked to them once, and I can go and all.
Oh right, so it's already been arranged
Yeah,
that
I
you
just
can go in
need to
during
finalise
the summer.
everything and finish up really.
Right, okay, fantastic. And you talk about admin. Why do you think this is a strong skill for you, both to learn in the summer and kind of long term?
Well, as I've not had a job before, I wanted to find a position that I'd be able to do, but learn a lot from. So my communication skills aren't great, so in the administration role I'll be talking to people. I'll be able to develop that. I've got good IT skills, so I'll be able to utilise that within the role, such as typing things up, creating newsletters, things like that for the schools.
Okay, and then kind of longer term then, where do you want to see yourself? In Asbury, and that's where I'm doing that.
My long-term goal, I'm not 100% sure where I want to be, so I see this as a good starting point. I'll be able to get groundwork and just develop skills, learn what I need to do, how businesses work, and then I can progress from there.
Okay, do you have any questions, Lee?
No,
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Kelly?